on this episode of Bot vs. Con.
Welcome back, BVC fans. As always, I'm Bobby the Bot.
And I'm James the Con, and this is Bot vs. Con, where your voice is heard.
And we're back. This time we are together. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing good. We are in Chicago at TFcon. I'm really excited. Got a chance to meet some cool people, but you don't care about that stuff. We're here to bring you firsthand, from us at least, of our experience with the TFcon exclusive from Fanshobby, and this is Helmsman. So, what do you...
Stay tuned, and I think we got some treats for you. So, we'll be right back.
Yeah.
This is Bot vs. Con. Make sure to subscribe and consider becoming a member.
And we're back, and I did want to give a big shout out to Get Right Robot, who lent us his copy to do an early preview of this figure. So big shout out to him, and we're probably going to be singing his praises a lot during this review because this is pretty cool. And what's really cool is we both have a vehicle mode to show you. Usually when we do these reviews, one of us just kind of holds it, but now we have two. So why don't we start off with the alt mode he's supposed to be, and that is the jet. So here he comes. Here is Helmsman, or better known as Skyquake. And this is a character you know nothing about. So what are your initial impressions on this colorful alt mode?
It's colorful. I actually think that the colors blend really well. And I'm not just saying that, more so that the rest of the squadron or the rest of the team, this fits in perfect. I mean, it has the tealish color, or whatever, bluish green color. It has the pink, it has the browns, like all the colors that we've seen in the other ones are mixed in with this as well. I don't know if it's like that for the original toy, but I think that looks great. I love the fact that it has I usually wouldn't see this brown, for instance, mixed in with this pink or this green or anything like that. That looks really good to me. It's a big jet, and
yeah,
that's what I thought was really cool, because when I got Skyquake, the first one I got a couple of years ago, I was like, oh, this is a big beefy jet, and I think that this is a good rendition of that figure.
Yeah, I agree. I think the colors actually do kind of match. You got the teal and the pink, which I do think complement each other in a G2 90s way, which is perfect for this figure. And I love the copper. It's not a metallic color that we're used to seeing. I don't know if it's showing up on camera, but it is metallic. And you just don't see that. You know, it's usually gold, silver, you know, maybe some platinum, a little bit in there, but copper is so unique, and I love that. I love the face. Even though they're stickers, and I wish they were tampos, I still think at least we got it. He's looking very cute. I don't know, he looks like he's gonna like honk if you squeeze like his nose. Honk, honk. Very cool. And this is a redeco of the missile from Huntsman, I believe, right? Stalker. It's Stalker. And I love that they're reusing the same parts because, one, it makes the whole team look cohesive because they're all different versions of the same weapons and stuff, like we see in combiners and whatnot. But what's really cool is it just gives them a little bit of difference from Overlord. And they did add this. Yeah, see, it's that big. I almost took them out. They did add this little peg to just put it on. So that is something I asked him about. And he has the missiles underneath, which I know you really liked. And he's not bad from underneath, but that's a robot torso.
Oh, definitely. That's definitely a robot torso.
Which we'll talk about the colors and stuff in robot mode. But yeah, I think this is a great vehicle mode, and it is only half of the vehicle mode. So why don't we look at the other half that Bobby's going to so graciously bring in.
And so here we have the tank part, or his lower half, and I'm going to say two things. I love the colors, but it's also missing something. And one of the things that, especially when you get to like the sides, this green is so off. It's just not as vivid as all the other colors on here. So it would have been nice if there was like some tampos or something like that.
I
on
can
it.
see that. Yeah.
That's my only gripe with it. But I think, you know, it looks great. There's a cockpit here,
and there is one on the jet as well, and it does open. and you could put the little guy inside.
Yes.
Or gal.
You do get some rotation, and I just like when it makes noises. You know, and again, just some additional features here. But I think that it's a very solid tank. Cleans up pretty well underneath.
Movable treads, like actual treads.
Yeah, the treads actually move. They're tight, but they actually do move.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna get a workout here if I do this. So, but they do they do move. So yeah, I think it comes together very well, especially since this isn't what we're used to seeing for this character.
Yeah, not that you would know. I do really like the extra green. I know you talked about it not being as vibrant, but I think that's cool because it varies between the two, but they still mix. So I'm actually okay with the duller green, especially because in my head canon, this is a drone compared to the actual core being in the plane because that's him. So this is like a drone that he could send out or do whatever he needs to do. So I'm okay with the duller colors. That's because he's not as sentient. I really like the copper barrel. Again, I'm not going to go too much over that, but I think that's really cool. I love the weapon storage. It just peeks out right there, which we will get to in bot mode. And yeah, all around, I wasn't expecting it to do this because of how it splits in half. So that was really cool. This is the first time I've handled this mold. I've seen it, but this is the first time handling it. So very cool. I really like it. I like the 90s vibes of both of these alt modes. So I think we should look at the main event, though, and look at the bot mode. What do you think?
We can do that, or we can show the base mode.
I forgot about the base mode. Let's do that, and we'll be right back.
Yeah. And here we have the base mode, which I actually think it came out great. I'm not one who typically likes base modes, but I think the colors come out perfectly. So I'm gonna move this for just a second. Like we can see the brown or the copper in the arms, and the pink. It makes it look like they're towers with, and I don't know how well this is coming out through, if you can see there, but it makes it look like it's an actual tower. And you have the little radar dishes on top here. You can see the little character hanging out up here and one in the cockpit. There's weapons everywhere. I think that they did a very good job with this paint job. I think it looks very, very good.
Yes. I think why it looks so good is it's all the green. You don't have like the blue from Overlord with the black and all that. It's all one color. The hints of copper really help. There is nowhere to put the missile, but you know, you can split it and put it right here if you want to give him more artillery, and then which it looks like it's straight on, and then just have a tiny missile. So there's a lot to do, and I think it would be really cool to have this with all the little breast masters, chest masters, whatever they're called, because all of the Fanshobby exclusives for this set have those. So I think that would be kind of cool with the guys around it, or maybe an alt mode or something would be a very cool display. But yeah, very cool, especially when we talked to Get Right Robot and he said this mode was not taken into consideration at all. They focused on the bot and the alt mode, which makes sense.
Right.
So this is a very happy accident because I think it looks very, very good. Very clean.
It is very clean. And one thing that is missing that the other releases had were the tampos all over as well, and this is missing that aspect, but I think in this mode it looks really clean though. So I actually like this mode.
Yeah. Are you gonna display it like this?
Probably not. But I am gonna display one of mine in this mode because this will be the third version of this character, so one of them will be in this mode.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be this one because I think the bot mode that we're going to look at is going to win him over.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that.
Yes.
And before we get into the bot mode, let's look at some other bot modes, and that's of the chess masters. So here is, I'm going to call this guy Pink Guy. I love the color distribution on this one, with the black thighs to kind of mute it out a little bit, but with like the silver exhaust pipes on the abdomen all the way to the face, which is very well painted. Yeah, and From the back, it's silver. You could see it glinted in the light. Very cool. I like this one. And I also like the other one.
I'm going to call this guy Gold Guy because I think calling him Green Guy would be just too easy. But similar, I think this one is not as vibrant as the previous one, but the colors still look good on him.
Let's see
I just think the pink shines out a little bit more, but it still looks good.
Well, and I like the dichotomy between the two. You have one flamboyant, guy and one more subdued guy. So very cool.
Me and you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'll let you choose which one's which. So very cool. Let's get on to that bot mode though.
Definitely. And we're back with this beautiful bot here, and you can see that he is armed and ready to rock. Lock, cocked, and ready to rock, you say. First off, I just want to talk about the colors again. We've harped on this a lot. The colors look beautiful. There, but the colors come together really, really well on this guy. And if anyone has the Overlord mold, there's certain things that just kind of stand out. But I like what they did with the colors of the shield, the jet on his arm. Looks better, I think, than the original Overlord. This weapon is a little bit muted. It doesn't. I wish that color would have been a little bit more vibrant to go with this, but this makes up for it. This humongous missile thing here, and the thing I like about it as well, it fits him. Mm-hmm. It actually looks like it could be a weapon. This one actually looks too small now.
Yeah, and if you wanted to, you can do what you could do with the other one and go like that, which I still think looks better than this one, but yeah.
I like the weapon of mass destruction.
Of course you do. Yeah, I have to agree. I really like the colors. I think they are more cohesive than Overlord from what I remember. The green is throughout it. The pink is scattered everywhere. The copper is too, instead of like black and blue. But I still think Overlord looks good. But I do think this is probably my favorite, but that's because of the character. I really like the colors. And let's talk about this head sculpt. I'm going to bring them closer because this thing is just absolutely gorgeous. It looks just like the original toy. And yeah, I can't say anything else about it other than it looks great. This is one of their better looking head sculpts for this line of figures, I guess. So I really like it. And before you get into that, I want to say I love this articulation on this neck where you could really have him looking anywhere you want. He could go up, down, and he could look menacing, have his head cocked and whatnot. So I really like that because it just gives the figure just a little bit more personality.
Well, I also wanted to bring in some of the features for him, so
here you go. Oh yes, and let's just talk about, before you open it up, let's just talk about how cool the chest is that it's see-through and you could see the engines inside of it, which is cool that it's closed and you can see them.
I like that part, but it doesn't wow me as much as when you open it up. And again, similar to the Overlord, I just like the way the colors of the figures look. I think the gold and the silver actually just bring some new light to it. I don't like him looking like that. He looks kind of a little crazy now.
They might be on character, but no, I like it closed because I like seeing them through the green. It's different, and that's what I like about it.
True. I like that aspect, and again, I don't know if Skyquake's chest opens up or anything.
But he had a light in the center of his chest that you could see through. It was kind of weird, but cool. Which is why they gave him the see-through chest.
Okay, there you go. But I also like the fact that it captures some of the Overlord things.
Gimmicks.
Yeah. So let's see if it will work. Of course it doesn't. Oh, there we go.
I think we might have already done them.
Yeah.
And then the ab crunch.
There we go.
There you go. Yeah. Which A+ for ab crunch. So very cool that you could do those little gimmicks. These are also spring loaded, but that's for base mode. This missile lights up still. I didn't put batteries in it. because this is not my copy. But that does, so he has a lot of little gimmicks and stuff, which I do appreciate, which is something that we're kind of grown used to.
Yes.
With Fanshobby.
This is a big selling point for me. Again, these missiles would fall off. Like, just me doing this on the other version, these would be all over the place. And look at that.
Mm-hmm. And
I love that.
I did notice a word of advice. They are the normal missiles that we've seen. And they come on this little track. I would recommend putting the track on the wings first and then putting the missile on. When it was all one piece, it was kind of falling off still, but when I put the track on and then put this on, which if you can put that on, I can't see it, you can really tell the difference, like Bobby was saying.
Yeah, and they tab in very well. So yeah, very, very cool. And it cleans up well in the back as well. I mean, this little backpack, as big as this figure is, to have just this little bit of a backpack.
Well, it also has this big of a shield.
That's a weapon. That's part of. But I like that aspect of it.
Yeah, it cleans up very well. I do wish, if we bring them up, I know it's accurate to Overlord, but I wish these moved to the back.
Oh.
But again, I understand why. And he has rubber on the bottom of his feet, which really help him just, especially on this glass and the hotel table, just grips it and just stays still. So, yeah, I really like this figure. We're not going to go over articulation because it's the same as Overlord, and it's standard. There's nothing. I don't think there's anything really crazy with articulation with this figure, but that's fine. It does everything it needs to do. So, anything else you want to say about this figure before we get into final thoughts?
I think I'm gonna pick it up, but I guess final thoughts would be good.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
So I like this figure. I really, really like the colors, and that's what's really selling me on picking up now a third version of this mold. There's certain things I wish there was more details, like the tampos in particularly the tank mode. That would look really nice. I think the colors, I can't speak enough about the colors. I think that it holds true to Skyquake and kind of what I think I would see him as a representation with all of his other line mates with Fanshobby and the Predators. This is probably I would give this a 7 out of 10, and I'm only docking it is because it's a mold we already have, or I already have, and it's an old mold, but I think they brought it to life again.
Well, I don't think you could knock that against an exclusive.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's not against them, but that's the only reason. My only downside for it is that it's an old mold.
Yeah.
That's
if you're like me and you didn't pick up the Overlord because you have the MMC one, which I think is better mold wise. As for Overlord, it is very different in looks. It's more IDW, but I like that figure. This one's really good. I love the colors. They did a good job homaging Skyquake. I think the best they could with Fanshobby's current lineup without making a whole new mold.
Right.
Which, of course, yes, a whole new mold would have been much better. But they can't do that for an exclusive. They did the best they could. He's huge compared to the other ones, which he should be. And yeah, I would probably give this more like, thinking that it's an exclusive and what they had to do to it, probably a 9 out of 10. I don't think there's much more they could have done. Yeah, I love this thing. The base mode looks good. You know me. If you've been watching this channel, you know I never give anything a 10 out of 10. So that's probably the highest regards it could do. My only complaint is the restrictions of the original mold in articulation. Wish it had a deeper ab crunch, so on and so forth. But yeah, I think this is a great figure. If you're at TFcon, go to the TCP booth to go ahead and pick this up. If you're not premium, you could go ahead and get this tomorrow as of recording, Friday. And it's $280, I believe, at the show. If you're not at TFcon, it will be available after the show. Stay tuned for them to release when it will be available. So I say definitely go pick it up. if you have the other Predators. If you don't have the other Predators and just want Skyquake, definitely pick it up. I know I'm not in the minority after reading some comments that we want a Machine War Starscream and King Atlas version of this mold, so get on that TCP and Fanshobby. You might have a 4th and 5th repaint of this.
I don't need that.
You're going to buy them regardless.
I don't need that in my life. That's
He's going to get it in his life.
I don't need that. But great figure. I'll be really excited to get mine, and stay tuned. We'll have more exclusives from TFcon as we pick them up.
As you pick them up. Stay tuned for that. We'll see you in the next one, guys.
As always, till all debates are won. Later.